Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set. Son Heung-min! Oh, that is very close.
Son Heung-min brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Neymar. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Well read, nice interception. Robertson. Back into the middle. Spread out to the left. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Son Heung-min. Now it's Mbappe. Now the counter. Lampard. Aimed beyond the defence. And now the breakaway. Mbappe. Akanji gets a foot in here. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a pretty loose pass. Pedri. Mbappe. The ball is loose and the chase. There's the hit! Just not quite happening for him just now.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Zinchenko. And the counter is on. Oh, no joy this time. Lampard. A goal now would certainly liven things up. Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Pedri. Lampard. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Son Heung-min. Shifted upfield. Bellingham. Mbappe. Figo. Oh, really good feet. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. So your views on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Number 21, João Felix. Number 5, Benjamin Pavard.
So off we go once more. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Oh, nicely intercepted. And they can counter here. Busquets kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, terrible pass. Son Heung-min is on his own. Jamaica different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Zinchenko. And no, he's seen through all of that. Joao Felix. Neymar.
The attendance for this match
Gets to
was
show off his quick feet.
71,550.
Joao Felix. He's looking to set free a runner. Well seen, saw that coming. Bellingham. Looking for the runner. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
Pavard. He's tried one! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Modric picks it up from the goal kick.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Son Heung-min. Defenders on the back foot. Now that's well seen too.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, perfectly measured that. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Jamaica merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
A real chance to break. Zinchenko. Looks for the finish.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, a frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Oh, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Good spot, he's seen the run. Messi. And now the breakaway, fiddles it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, he is the type of character who rises to this sort of challenge, and he will be back for more. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Kimmich. Pedri.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Kimmich. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's looking to set free a runner. And that is out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And it's Rashford. Oh, that's a key interception. Modric. Figo. Looking for the runner. Oh, it's played into the area. That was always going to be the keeper's. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's a throw-in. Musiala. Mbappe. And they can counter here. Now it's Mbappe. And he was quick to react. And there's the end of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 42. Number 14.
And the second half gets underway.
Number 21.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Number 5. João Felix. Number 25.
And it's been taken straight back.
Number 6.
And it's Muller.
Kingsley Coman.
Has a goal! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Sane.
Goal kick,
Substitution progress.
as confirmed by the referee. Figo threads one in. And he's in on goal. And the finish! Marvellous goal! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Jamaica get themselves into the lead.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worked a treat.
Muller.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Attendance for this match was
Kimmich.
71,898.
Interesting ball.
Pumazunam are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Spot on, Peter.
And the counter is on. Now it's Neymar. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, what a mistake! It's loose now and they... Tries a shot! He's got a goal! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Jimenez promptly onto that, and that is that. Played back in, and he's gone backwards. Shapes to shoot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! He will be livid with himself.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Neymar. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Gets his pass away. Shot could be on. Walker knocks it away. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Pumas needed that. They really needed it. Oh, here's a chance! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Joao Felix.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Jimenez spots it and intercepts. Played towards the front line. No, again there's no way through. Not the most accurate pass. So that's it. It is all over. Jamaica can be very happy with a job well done. An efficient win for which the players simply did enough. Neymar voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Jamaica will walk away happy from this with such a show of defensive solidity and maturity that's hard to upset.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Aimed beyond the defence. Pedri. Played greatly! And for a moment, time stood still.
Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 20. Ronaldinho. Number 10. Messi. Number 4.
And that's been intercepted.
Coming on the field.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Mbappe. Number 14.
And he can clear it away.
Number 5. Beckham. Number 15. Neymar. Number 6. Frenkie de Jong.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
In place.
It's a throw-in. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Mbappe shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! Just one goal in it now! Game on!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Figo.
Jamaica can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. Well, a very good evening to you wherever you are. I do hope that you can join me in appreciating this truly beautiful evening, a night that is absolutely ideal for a game of football. The scenes here really are something, a beautiful picture under the floodlights. Traffic and transport round here, not the kindest, but regardless of that, the fans have found a way of getting here. There is a sense of theatre and the decibel levels are rising. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here. Gently done. Jamaica finding their passes. Now that looks a decent ball. And through to the goalkeeper. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Nesta. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Oh, good spread. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Figo. Figo puts his foot on the gas. Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh! Fantastic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Jamaica break the deadlock.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things... Mbappe!
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Lampard. It's Lampard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Lampard does really well to win the ball there. Koundé.
Messi really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. It's a pretty loose pass. Jamaica can start a counter here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Over to the left. Now it's Mbappe. He could be in here. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Jamaica leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
And we're off again. Jamaica carrying a 1-goal lead. He is through here. So much time and space. Shapes to shoot! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Oh, it's an unusual turn of events, and it was an honest attempt to help out, and I suppose it can happen to anyone.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
He's left his man. Neymar! And it's in! That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Jamaica go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Now it's Mbappe. Gets away from his opponent. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
Nesta makes the interception. Bernardo Silva. Played out to the right. Messi. And Messi! And he's really put himself on the line here. Have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. No way through, so back it comes. Jamaica can counter promptly here. Now it's Mbappe. He's one-on-one, and the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. Well, there's the clearance. Shot could be on. Succumbs to the pressure. Roberto Carlos. There will be a throw-in. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Figo. The ball has bounced loose now.
Figo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Neymar. Played out to the left flank, and it's Cruyff.
There will be 3
Out
minutes
to the
added
right.
time.
Now it's Neymar. He's got away. Neymar! And it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
And that's it. Jamaica, very much the dominant side, almost the only side. Every time they got on the ball, they looked like scoring. It is a landslide. Neymar, happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage, most certainly his. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual? Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Modric. Now who's going to be first to this? Out to the left it goes. Walker does well to stand firm and defend it. He's shifting through the gears here. Well seen, saw that coming.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Neymar. Gently done. Rice. Jamaica still without a single shot on target. Yes, ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He is through here. Pedri. Oh, that's well spotted. Shifted upfield. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Robertson. Forwards and with intent. "15 minutes till half-time. Threads one in. Great leap! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Could be danger here. Up to meet it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Sends it forward. Alaba knocks it away. Pedri. Oh, he's found support out wide. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Modric. He might be in here. Bellingham! Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Jamaica come in having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Jamaica carrying a one-goal lead. Oh, he's put a... Now the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Robertson is there, and he can pick it up. Pedri Joao Felix. Van Dijk gets it away. And it's Figo. Figo. He's left his man. Chance for the header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Gets away from his opponent. Closing in on goal. Well, he is the type of character who rises to this sort of challenge, and he will be back for more. And he was quick to react. And here's the chance to counter. Modric, who does have an assist to his name. Figo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Substitution for Milan. Number 10, Messi. Number 4, Neymar.
He's got away.
Coming on the field.
Now here's the delivery.
Number 20, Rashford. Substitution.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Fiddles it through. Oh, great header! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he cuts out the supply. And they win it back again. Now it's Joao Felix. Figo. Crossed in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Jamaica surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Jamaica couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And we have our very first corner. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Milan can counter promptly here.
Jamaica can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Added time.
In with a header! He scores! And surely now, the result beyond doubt.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And time is up. Jamaica did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. Mbappe! That's a fine save!
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Jamaica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Climbs up big! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Bayern Munich didn't expect this, that's for sure. What can they do now? And it's Salvio. Now then, the ball's come loose. And they can counter here. Messi. Bui. Moved on forwards. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Jamaica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, such a clever touch. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Some terrific running on the ball there. Those efforts are not going unappreciated. Malacia. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And here's the chance to counter. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, lots to admire in the run and the defending. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Malacia. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Gets his pass away. Mbappe! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, it's open. Tries a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's played forward. Well seen. Saw that coming. Mbappe! Gets a good foot in there.
Added time.
Well, there's the clearance. And there's the end of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Jamaica, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Already up and running for the second half. Jamaica carrying a one-goal lead. That is a great pick out. Mbappe! Can he finish? It's in! And with that goal comes comfort. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Jamaica grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Salvio. And it's Neymar. Malacia. It's run loose here. A real chance to break. Oh, perfectly measured that. Face to face with the keeper. There's the hit! He tried to chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, chances like that need a delicate touch, and they're quite a tough skill.
No way through there. And he's found a way past. That's good running with the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pedri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neymar does well to stand firm and defend it. Well, he is the type of character who rises to this sort of challenge, and he will be back for more. Oh, it's come loose. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good foot. Bellingham! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Now it's Messi. That's a good run down the left. That's a throw. Gets to show off his quick feet. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Bellingham. Pedri. Mbappe! They are rampant! And they are cruising away. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Quick, decisive and unerring. A textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
A case now of complete control. He's away! Steaming on Bellingham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Jamaica were irresistible here, dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
Real chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, how's that for a class finish? Barcelona trail at this early stage. How will they respond? He's got away. Oh, he's had a hit! It's gone out for a throw-in. He's got space in the area. Bellingham! This might... And the finish! He's scored! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Jamaica take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
It's a pretty loose pass. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
That was just
face-to-face with the keeper. And the shot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Good spot, he's seen the run. A real chance to break. He is through here. Room for a shot, and he shoots. No mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display. What a player.
Jamaica tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Great leap! He has done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, no joy this time. Oh, they can break here. Over to the left. Oh, nicely intercepted. The message is clear. None shall pass. And here's Del Piero. Pedri. So, what can they make of this? Oh, good read. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he cuts out the supply. He's left his man. And the first 45 minutes are up. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here.
Yeah, I think a first-half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Jamaica have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. Changes made by neither side from what we understand. Now it's Neymar. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Figo gets away from his opponents. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And now the breakaway. Oh, what's he done? Can he finish? It's a goal! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Oh, really good feet. Moved on forwards. Threads one in. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Loose pass, and they could be in. Driving through the middle. Well, he had a really good run at goal there, but the defence just weren't going to let him past.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
4 in the game. He is the man.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Koundé.
Jamaica are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And that's been intercepted. Shifted upfield. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Short changes him with that pass.
2 added minutes has
Neymar.
been indicated.
The ball has bounced loose now. Confirmation. And that is that. A great day for attacking football. The artists have painted their pretty pictures. Only one team in it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Jamaica gave themselves a dream start in this by scoring with their first attempt. You know, it served as a huge confidence boost, and it's no surprise to see them use it as a springboard to go on and secure what is a pretty good result.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
चलो लॉन्डो स्ट्रीम एंड करता हूँ यहाँ पे। अगर मज़ा आया तो लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। ये लास्ट वाले बंदे के साथ जो भी हुआ है भाई, सॉरी गलत हो गया है भाई। लास्ट वाले बंदे का 7-0 भाई, क्या ही हो गया था पता नहीं। मेरे प्लेयर्स को सब पागल हो गए थे, पागल जैसे मार रहे थे। अगर मज़ा आया तो लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। मिलता है अगली स्ट्रीम में। बाय बाय बॉयज़, ध्यान रखो अपना लॉन्डो।